आज ही डाउटनट ऐप डाउनलोड करें। डाउटनट पर होगा अब आपके सभी मैथ्स, केमिस्ट्री, फिजिक्स और बायोलॉजी डाउट्स का सफाया। बस अपने क्वेश्चन की फोटो खींचो, उसे क्रॉप करो और तुरंत वीडियो सोल्यूशन पाओ। डाउनलोड नाउ।
Today's question is vectors x, y and z each of magnitude root 2 make angles of 60 degree with each other. If x vector cross y vector cross z vector is equal to a vector, y vector cross z vector cross x vector is equal to b vector, and x cross y is equal to c vector, then find x, y, z vectors in terms of a, b, c vectors. Since we have magnitude of all the vectors as root 2, therefore we'll get the dot product of each vector with itself equal to root 2 into root 2, which is equal to 2. So x dot x, y dot y and z dot z will be equal to 2. Now if we find the dot product of one vector with another, we'll get x dot y equals to root 2 into cos 60, which is equal to 1. Therefore we can say that x dot y will be equal to y dot z will be equal to x dot z. This will be equal to 1. So using this, we have three equations. First, x vector cross y vector cross z vector is equal to a vector. The second equation is y vector cross z vector cross x vector is equal to b vector. And the third equation is x vector cross y vector is equal to c vector. So solving these equations one by one, first equation becomes x dot z into y vector minus x dot y into z vector equals to a vector. So using the dot product, we get y vector minus z vector equals to a vector. So let this be a first equation. Now using the second equation, we have y vector dot x vector into z vector minus y vector dot z vector into x vector equals to b vector. So from here we'll get the result that z vector minus x vector will be equal to b vector. So this is the second equation. Now we have the third equation, that is x vector into y vector is equal to c vector. So let this be the third equation. Now if we calculate a vector cross c vector, then this will be equal to y minus z into cross product x vector cross y vector. This gives us y vector cross x vector cross y vector minus z vector cross x vector cross y vector. So solving this vector triple product, we'll get this as equal to y vector dot y vector into x vector minus y vector dot x vector into y vector minus of z vector dot y vector into x vector plus z vector dot x vector into y vector. So this gives us the value 2 x vector minus y vector minus x vector plus y vector. So from here we get the value of x vector as equal to a vector cross c vector. So using the equation 2, we have z vector equal to b vector plus x vector. So using the value of x vector from here, we can get the value of z vector as, therefore z vector will be equal to b vector plus a vector cross c vector. Hence we get the value of z vector. Now finally, using the equation 2, we get y vector equals to a vector plus z vector. So using the value of z, we'll get y vector as equal to a vector plus b vector plus a vector cross c vector. Hence we have found the values of x, y and z in terms of ABC. Thank you.
क्लास 6 से 12 से लेके नीट, IIT JEE मेंस और एडवांस के लेवल तक 10 मिलियन से ज़्यादा स्टूडेंट्स का भरोसा। आज ही डाउनलोड करें डाउटनेट ऐप या व्हाट्सएप कीजिए अपने डाउट्स 8400 400 400 पर।